Hello, I'm Phil Svitek, and this is technically episode 2 of my vlog. Now, this isn't meant as for me to just spew whatever's happening in my life. It's really designed to take what I'm doing and also apply the things that I've been trying to teach creatives and showcase kind of how I'm applying it in my own life. And also, there could be lessons that I learn along the way that I haven't yet presented, and so I'll try to parse those out as things are happening. See, what I find, at least what I've been noticing in the past year, is that the best way for people to really learn is not just to get the information, but they need to have emotion behind it. They need to have a story behind it in order for it to resonate, because then they can take that information, mesh it with the emotion, and create a feeling, and they'll be able to take it forward. So this is my attempt at doing that. So last week I introduced a lot of things that I've been working on. It was like a big weekly check-in because it was my first one. I've never checked in. So this one's going to be a lot shorter, and it's not going to include everything that I've been doing, but the main stuff that's sort of in my mind at the moment. So this past weekend, I had a table read for the feature film that I've been working alongside with Taylor Gates in terms of writing it. And not all the actors could attend. This was our second one, but about half the actors were able to show up. And it's always an interesting process because you get to hear the words, kind of, they're always in your mind, but now there's like a character associated with it, like a real life person. And I can tell you, going from the first time for the first table read to this table read, it felt a lot more natural. There's problems with the script, but I'm glad that essentially the first set of notes that came from the original table read, I addressed those. Now, there's still problems that remain in terms of the script that need addressing, but that's what I love about this process, is that they almost kind of give you a guide. It's like you're trying to figure out this puzzle, and essentially the people that, in this case, the actors that read the script at the table read, it's almost like the box with the picture, They're the ones that can help navigate you. You're like, oh, okay, this is what I got to do. And so then now it is our job, task, me and Taylor, to go back and find the pieces and figure out where they fit in the whole, right? And I'm excited for that process. I'm excited to get going in rehearsals. There's what's nice about this version. We're calling it Draft 4, although who knows what the actual official version is. But the fact is, there's just a few big changes that need to happen. But then after that, anything that happens will be very minor, and that's the stuff that you work through in rehearsals and so forth, and kind of change that way. And perhaps something on set strikes you and you're like, ooh, let's do this. So I'm excited for that phase of the process. And ultimately, kind of the card I got in the back of my deck, if you will, is that I'm going to, given everyone's schedule, we're going to probably end up shooting over the course of a couple of weekends. And so during the week, it'll allow me to really review the footage and see if there's anything missing. Now, I don't want to overutilize that and say, oh, let's just redo everything, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to do that. But if there's some major stuff that's missing, or like, let's say an insert shot that's needed, then we are afforded that ability, and that's nice to know about that process. So if you're a screenwriter, if you're a filmmaker and have any questions in terms of my process, my journey, I talked a lot more about the writing process in episode 1, but nonetheless, feel free to ask me. When it comes to writing, the other thing that I've been working on is revising my novel. So this is officially the second draft of it, and I've got beta readers also reading it. And for the most part, I like how it's coming out. I'm about just a little bit more than halfway done with it. And what's good is that the things that I was fearful that wouldn't perhaps be working, they are working. And in fact, so much so that I can take some of the stuff away, and therefore by taking that away, it creates a bigger impact with what's left. I mentioned last time around that it's about 95,000 words, and the goal is to get it to 80,000 words. Now, the reason for that, you can check out the first episode, but long and short of it being, by taking those, by seeing that I overemphasized couple of things to make sure that the reader knew certain aspects, I have the ability to take that away because, I can trust the reader, as they say. And I'm not sure by doing this how many words I'll officially take away. Hopefully enough that it gets me to get significantly closer to that 80,000 word goal. But we'll see. I'll certainly let you know once that happens. The exciting part is that come next Monday, all the beta readers will be delivering their consensus, if you will, to me of what they liked, what they didn't like. And a couple of them already checked in with me of like, I'm really liking, there's a character of Gabby. Gabby, for some reason, and I know that doesn't mean much to you guys, but the character of Gabby seems to really resonate with a lot of people. So that's cool. The nice part is, one of the biggest challenges in writing this was I wanted to make sure I loved all my characters, and so I truly do, even the quote-unquote antagonist. So that's the really fun part of it, and I can't wait to sort of check in and let you know more about what I've learned. But yeah, I feel like as writers we always overwrite on the various first drafts, and then the revision is really about just taking stuff away and then leaving the good stuff and not having to overemphasize, because again, you got to trust your audience. The other project that I've been working on is a travel sizzle show along with my friends Alina Vision and Daryl Kristen. Now, as far as that, it's a sizzle reel, so meaning it's like a 2.5-3 minute pitch of what the show is going to be. And the interesting part of it is we've been working on this for a couple of months, and the reason for that is just because of time. Everyone's careers are taking off in very interesting ways. We're all very busy, and so we can only really allot 2 to 3 hours here and there. And the unfortunate part is, for those of you who know editing, 3 hours is like, that's just when you're getting started. My intention is always, I like to set at least 8 hours whenever we do an editing project, because especially when it comes to this stuff, everyone's pulling, like, let's say B-roll, we're trying to find the right music, maybe some sound effects, maybe, we're trying to create some graphics. And each one of those aspects, by the time we figure that out, 3 hours are gone. And that's the end of the day. And so it always pains me. I always like to, when it comes to creative projects, just really continue on until we get to a good finishing spot, rather than in terms of time. I always, there's a natural break in these things, and that's what I try to go for. Not always possible, as in this case. So it's been a little bit of a frustrating process. No one's fault. It just kind of is what it is. But we're close, and I'm excited to complete that project. And then for those of you curious, the next phase of that will be pitching it to companies and so forth. Beyond that, the other thing that I've been editing is, when I went to Slovakia for my grandmother's funeral, I got to spend time with my cousins, and there's one cousin in particular that I spent the most time with, simply because I stayed with him. And each town in Slovakia has a fire brigade and a volunteer fire brigade, and they train for competitions as well, which is kind of a fun thing. And so I got to film the training and also be a part of the training. And so I'm putting a video together of that. Now, I could kind of mail it in and have it be whatever, but the fact of the matter is, me doing this video is really taking away from some other work that I should perhaps be doing, or certainly want to be doing. But it is a creative project, and also it means a lot to my cousin and the people that were part of it. And so for me, they Hollywood is as far away as you can possibly imagine for them. And so me, as someone that works in the industry, putting something like this together for them and really, making something of it is going to be special. And so the return on that investment is really the gratitude, and their happy faces. Beyond that, who knows? I'm not expecting anything beyond that, but I'm excited for them to see it. The other cool aspect is I've been putting out videos now daily for the past week, and so that's been really fun to challenge myself to continually put out something. And so hopefully you guys are getting a lot of value out of that. And if there's anything particular you'd like me to hit on, by all means, let me know. And then just a quick tip in general, I've been playing some soccer for twice a week. I'm back to that, and it's great for me to physically be out there beyond just like walking my dogs, because it really sort of resets me, because a lot of stuff that I do is very mental. So I would encourage you to have a physical activity that you participate in. Anyway, thanks for watching, and whatever you want me to comment on in the future, by all means, let me know in the comment section. Bye.